Welcome to the WanderLearn podcast. I'm your host, Tapon. This is a mini episode brought to you by my sponsors at Patreon.com/FTapon. Go ahead and join and get some rewards there. If you have the same pet peeve I have regarding whatever word is in this particular podcast episode, make sure that you send it to people whose minds you want to change. And now for the word of the week that we should rethink. And this is going to come as maybe a surprise to some people. Backpacking. I hate that word. I hate the word. You know why? Because as a backpacker who has walked across America 4 times, who has gone the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide Trail as a round trip, and I backpacked across Spain twice. I walked across Madagascar once. I mean, that's backpacking for me and for the community I go around. It means putting on a backpack and heading up and down mountains. So therefore, when people from my community say things like, you hear somebody say, I went backpacking all over Europe for 3 months, or I went to Southeast Asia, went backpacking for a year. We're like imagining these people like, wow, you're hardcore. You walked all over like Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam with a backpack and through Thailand, and you walked through all these countries nonstop, sleeping outside with the bugs and mosquitoes and the heat and the humidity. Oh no. Oh, you just took a bus everywhere? Oh, you stayed in hostels and you just happened to be wearing a backpack? You're not hardcore, Mr. Hardcore Traveler. You're just another wimp who's out there traveling and on a low budget. Just call yourself a budget traveler. That's all you are. And you just happen to wear a backpack because you don't. I mean, what's the difference whether you have a little roll-on thing with the little rolling wheels in the back? I mean, like luggage. Does that make you like more hardcore? Like, I'm actually carrying it on my back. And a lot of times people are like having Sherpas and other people who probably carry their luggages everywhere. Anyway, so as a result, we don't really have a good word to distinguish between backpacking as a travel activity, as a low budget travel thing, versus backpacking in the wilderness. And I wish we could kind of come to terms and invent something. I suppose you could just take a weasel way out and just say hiking. But the problem is hiking officially means something like day hiking. Hikers typically don't sleep outside. Backpackers do. So backpackers sleep under a tent or a tarp or out in the woods with nothing and make a shelter, who knows, versus somebody who's hiking, who's just out there for the day, or staying in huts potentially as well. So that's the problem there. And budget travelers is a mouthful. Anyway, I don't have a great solution, but just be cognizant of the difference. And if anybody should butt out, I just think it's the budget travelers who should come up with their own word. Frugal traveler, I don't know what you want to call yourself, but just try not to use the word backpack or backpacking when you actually just mean cheap travel.